Welcome everybody to the next installment of the Upscale Business Podcast. I'm Mitch V and I've got Erina here and she's in a foul mood.
Hey! So mean.
She prepped me to say, Mitch, I think we're both in a bad mood for today's podcast. And
sit up straight.
Who knows what's going to be said? See that? Sit up straight.
It's like, it's good for your mood.
Can you say it in your accent?
Sit up straight.
Yes, Mum. Nah, I'm kidding. Kidding. Shout out to Mum if you're listening. I love you. All right. What are we chatting about?
Christmas and how it affects your business.
Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh my God!
It affects so much that they don't even realise.
It basically starts with how many jobs are we going to book in? What are we scheduling now? What are we scheduling later? How does 3 weeks worth of holidays affect our cash flow?
I'm going to call this session from boom to gloom. Statistically, in our industries, October, November, start of December, record months. And then what I see happen is that they make more money, they get really excited and they go and buy a Harley.
Yeah, they spend a lot.
Shout out to Thomas Marshall. Nothing wrong with buying a Harley, but they're buying it at the wrong time.
Yep.
Because they've made all this extra money in the boom months that should see them through the gloom. We tell our clients, don't buy anything that you don't need in December, Jan or Feb.
Yep.
Wait until after the credit card pinch.
Credit card debt, credit card debt, credit card debt.
And we're talking about the spending aspect here. We're not even talking about the fact that 20 billable days at 80K a month means that each is $4,000. That's a lot. If you're going to take 5 days off that you could have billed for, that's $20,000 of revenue gone.
Yep.
Instantly.
I've been talking to some clients this week that have done extra weekend jobs in November just to make up for those days.
Oh, they're listening.
I know.
I like this because we talked about this. If you're going to take 5 days off in December and 5 days off in January, why not come October, November or November, December, work an extra Saturday, which gives you the 9 to 10 extra billable days that you're going to bill for anyway. You can also say to a lot of clients, if you want me to come and do that on a Saturday, it's going to cost X.
Yep.
You can start hunting that style of work and
Yep.
charge a little bit more for it. And you can save that money and it actually goes towards covering the days that you weren't working.
Also just going through, okay, the last 3 months per billable day, we've been averaging X amount of revenue. You can then forecast. And if you are worried, you can be strategic about when you book what work.
If you've got a tradesman that isn't going to be there for a week and you know that that one tradesman generates $1,200 a day, then you can identify, wow, there's $6,000 gone. We've got to start thinking like this. We've got to start being smarter in the industry around how we plan for things. Let's forecast what we could hit. And then let's go, all right, what do I do to guarantee that I hit that? Or if I'm wanting to grow and scale or move to the next level, what am I going to do that guarantees we go above that?
What are some other tips that you could implement now to then have a better month and forecast it in December?
One, you could start charging 2 to 3 or 4 or 5% more for your services in October, November, when you are massively busy anyway, to once again give you an increase on cash, which then can see you through. 2, most people when they're busy stop doing what?
Lead gen.
Lead gen. That it normally takes you, let's say, a month to 3 months for your lead gen to actually give you the effect that you want to have. So therefore, when in October you are busy, keep doing the lead gen.
Yep.
Because then it guarantees that you will have the additional work come January, February, March that you may not have had before. If you're a plumber that massively sits in the building sector and you don't want to have a month where you go down in revenue, diversify. And especially diversify for that back end. Start turning on your Google ads, your Facebook ads. Start doing things that bring you in general domestic client.
In any point in time, you should have a diversified client base. But if you can play across different industries, when one industry goes quiet, you can then pick up work in another space.
It's also a mentality thing. The amount of business owners that we encounter that are just like, oh, but I want to take that time off. I'm going to take it. I want it.
Who says I can't?
The man with a funny hat.
I want one. I want a golden goose.
Business isn't always about I want at the start. And a lot of the time, even at the end, it's not about what I want. It's good to understand that, the majority of businesses are built off blood, sweat and tears, hard work. And sometimes you've got to go without. So maybe don't take off the months in January, February, March, that could statistically be really good months for you because there's less trades around in the market, take off other months.
Yep.
Or take off another period of time. Break it up into, I'll take a couple of days off here, a couple of days off there. Don't sit in that space where it's just like, I want, so I'm going to.
So plan ahead, forecast. Look at your schedule. You know, if you can prepare by booking in one bigger project either side of that break, and that will help you pay for bills when you get paid. And think about, like, when do these people pay you? Do they take 30 to 60 days to pay you? Does that change when there's a Christmas break?
The other thing is momentum's a huge thing. You know, when you've got something moving at exceptional speed, the last thing you want to do is put something in front of it to stop it. Business is just like that. So if you've had a really great year, or, you know, everything's been ramping up really nicely, it's up to you. But the last thing I'd want to do in that situation is, you know, put a roadblock in front of that. And if you close over a period of time when, you know, you could keep growing, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or could we just take 3 steps forward? If you close in that space and you slow yourself down, you slow momentum down, it's like, what energy is required to keep that moving forward or to reignite that?
If you know the majority of your team or some of your team is taking time off, you can step in and you can actually make up for a lot.
Time off is also one of the greatest times for you to be inspired and come up with new ideas and new ways to do things.
I was just thinking about that just before. I'm just thinking, if you need a break, take a break.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
If you have a plan and a forecast, you know exactly what's coming. You can have a break and relax, and you can come back inspired. You can come back relaxed. You can be more motivated. And sometimes all you need is like a few days. All it takes is that little bit of a break where you can just hit the reset button. And the end of the year is a pretty good time to do that. I think you can do so much right now to just get rolling with, okay, cool, how are we going to get through this? And just put something on a piece of paper or in an Excel spreadsheet. Just put it down so you know, okay, this is what my plan is, and then stick to it and do it, because you've got so much opportunity to get it right now, or just like have that mental relief of, okay, I know this is going to come and this is what I'm going to do about it.
I like it.
Awesome. Do you want to wrap up?
I had an urge to rap then, but I can't.
Okay.
Can you?
No, I'm out.
All right. Until next time.
Bye.